Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with a flip through of this latest journal I've finished, which is a fabric covered journal. It's got upholstery fabric on it. I've been stitched around and it's double-sided. It's got an envelope in the middle and some more fabric there. Obviously I've tied a doily round and just sewn some ribbon to it, so it is attached to the journal. You're not going to lose it. So going into the journal, it's a blue themed journal. I've just popped a lace pocket here and popped some paper in there. So there is lots of decorating and interesting places, but also lots to journaling. This is just a page from a kit that I've got that's blue. That's another page there. You can write all over there. This is a pocket I've made from some Tim Holtz wallpaper, and I've just popped a little digikit of a French I don't think it's an invoice, I think it's a letter. I've popped that in there. As you can see, it's all very blue themed. Made a pocket here. This is an Arty Maze kit that I've got. And in this little pocket, I've just popped some ephemera of a digikit of a French check. A tag, which I've just inked around, and that's a kit from Bohemian Crafting. That's just a page from a kit that I've got. This page, I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera. This is from Odalcina Scrapan. It's a kit, and it's so beautiful because it's just very faintly there, stripes and dots. I've just made a little cluster here with a little label and some stamping. This is, I can't remember where this is from, but I've basically turned that into a flip. So you can write under there, you can write on the back of the flip. This is some really vintage graph paper. In this pocket here, which is the blue butterflies, I've just popped an index card, which I've just decorated with the same fabric that I've the ticking fabric that's on the inside, and another piece of ephemera from Bohemian Crafting. This is another letter. I've just popped that in there because it's blue. Lots of different beautiful blue pages you can write on or clip more things in if you wanted to. Made a pocket here out of a really pretty little handkerchief. Oh, my words. Not napkin, not serviette, but handkerchief. Popped a doily on, and with the guest check here with the lovely little blue tip birds on, I've just made a little scrap paper pad for you to write in. You can obviously write on that. Also graph paper, square paper. This is a little side tuck that I've just made, again blue, everything blue. Just popped some little bits and pieces in there. That's like a double tuck, because then underneath there is another one. This is a vintage time sort of, not time card. It was a book basically, and you had to log how many hours you'd worked. So that's vintage. That's quite nice. A little tuck there with another little scrappy pad in there. Just made a little tuck there, and this is an idea I've had off Yvonne Preston, which I will try to link her channel down below. And this is, I mean, it's so beautiful. I've just sewn a beautiful blue image around there. You just open it up and you've got a whole sheet of A4 paper that you can journal on. I like that as well, because I just think that just, I don't know, writing in the box or out the box, I don't know, it just appeals to me instead of a blank page. And then that all very neatly tucks under there and pops back in there. Just a piece of ephemera with a little clip, but obviously you can take that off and journal on the back. In here is, can't remember where I've had this from, but basically I've turned that into like a little tiny mini notebook, just with some scraps of paper in there. And then this is a printable I've got, and I've just made that look vintage. Put a hole in there, inked up the corners. It just looks really vintage, like a vintage letter. That pops in there. Page from a kit. This is an Arty Maze kit. I think it was a freebie, or I may have bought that, I can't remember. And then in the centre of my journal, I have popped this little handkerchief. I keep forgetting the words. I bought this. This is one of the many things that I've bought from charity shops and things like that. There's an embroidered S on there. Just love that, really, and obviously that's the centre of the signature. I'm leaving that as it is. I'm considering putting beads on. I can't decide yet, but I love that just for something different in the middle. More of that. Made a belly band out of some trim I've got, and obviously popped a little letter behind there. You can write all on that. the other side of that printable. This is another Yvonne Preston idea. This is so it's got a little band just to keep it all together. It's just a printed piece of a DigiKit that I've popped on some coffee dyed paper. Popped some tags in there and there. This is a Tracy Fox one from a freebie she did last year. And this again, a bit like the other sheet of paper, you've got all that you can journal on, but then it just tidies away. Very nice, very neat. You know, there's just all that you can enjoy in just a tiny little A4 piece of paper. And then I do want to ideally try and get this back on, but I may not. I have managed it. I was really happy as well. This Tim Holtz sticker that matches with the flowers, and that just goes underneath the flap of an envelope that I've decorated. That is the other side of the envelope. I've left that empty so people can pop things in. Journal all on here. That's the other side of the time card. Just popped a little G curve butterfly on there as a little tab. Quite like that. This idea and this idea are Eau Dulcina Scrap-An. I'll just show you this one. You basically get lots of bits of paper, pop a little trim on, pop a brad through, and then you've got all this paper. You can either take it off and use it for something. I love that printable. Or you can just journal on the back of it. Put it all back together and it sits neatly under there. Journal on here. That's the same as I've just shown you. Journal on there, journal on there. Pretty papers, you can journal on it. I popped a little tab on here with a little dingly dangly, little charm. Just really like that. Back of a letter there. This is a lace flip. Oh, that looks like it's got creased under there. That's a lace flip, so you can pick that up, journal under there, and then hide your writing away. This is my favourite layout in the whole of the journal. This is another Eau Dulcina Scrap-An. It's a little, you know, like fabric sampler. You make these up, and then instead of fabric, I've just popped bits of paper in there, just because, again, you can use the paper or you can journal on it. Made a little belly band, popped a blue butterfly there. And then over here, this is the other side of that lovely paper, and just popped a little cluster. More DigiKit. Then I made two pockets. This is the first one. This is a genuine ephemera. It is from a vintage bridge game, and that is a printable of a old invoice from possibly 1886, not really sure. This is an old music paper that I've turned into this pocket, and then this side just made a pocket from a book page, pop that in so you can journal on there, prettied up the bottom. Made this tag here, just popped a whale tail on there, journal on the back, and that goes inside this little book page pocket that I've popped there. That's the back of the journal, and then I made the back exactly the same as the front. So just a lovely piece of A4 paper, punched the corners, so much journaling space popped in there, keeps it nice and flat, and that is that. So that is all I have today for you. I hope that you've enjoyed the flip through, and thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.